Let's face it, budget pistols get a bad rap. People hear under 350 and instantly picture a jam-o-matic rust bucket that belongs in a pawn shop, not a holster. But guess what? That thinking is stuck in 1997. In today's market, smart design and competition have made it possible to score a legit, reliable, and feature-packed handgun without having to sell a kidney or take out a second mortgage. I've personally tested every pistol on this list, and some of these budget bangers outshoot guns twice their price. Whether you're brand new to the game, building a budget rig, or just want a backup that doesn't suck, this list is about to save you some cash and some headaches. These aren't cheap guns, they're smart buys, and a couple of them flat out surprised the hell out of me. Let's take a look at 10 pistols that prove you can buy confidence for under $350. Kicking things off at number 10 is a gun I never expected to recommend. The Beretta APX Centurion, a gun that proves looks aren't everything. I'll be straight with you. The APX has some of the strangest slide serrations I've ever seen. It kinda looks like someone took a cheese grater to the slide. But once you get past the cosmetics, you've got one hell of a pistol for the money. The Centurion model is the mid-sized version of the APX line, rocking a 4-inch barrel, a polymer frame, and a rock-solid striker-fired system. You're looking at a 15+1 capacity, modular fire control unit. Yep, like the SIG P320, and full parts support from Beretta. You can swap grip frames, change sizes, and customize it more than you'd expect for a pistol that sometimes dips under $300. What sold me was the performance. This thing shoots flat. It's accurate, the recoil impulse is soft, and it runs like a sewing machine. During our 1,000-round test, we had 0 malfunctions. None. And that's running all kinds of ammo, including the janky stuff that usually gums up budget guns. The APX never got the love it deserved, maybe because of the funky look, or maybe because it launched into a market already drowning in striker-fired 9mm. But here's the deal. Beretta's been building guns since before America existed. They know what they're doing, and this thing is built to last. If you want a reliable, do-it-all gun with modularity, a killer price tag, and real pedigree behind it, the APX Centurion is a no-brainer. Don't let the weird serrations fool you. This thing is an absolute workhorse, and it's one of the best-kept secrets in the sub-350 world. All right, let's get this out of the way. The Taurus G3C is controversial. Some folks swear by it, others wouldn't trust it to open a letter. But here's my take. I've run this gun hard and it held its own. Yes, I had another one straight out of the box that didn't work. It had to go back to Taurus for repair. That's the gamble when you're playing in the sub-250 range. But when you get a good G3C, it punches way above its price point. This compact 9mm packs a 12+1 capacity and comes with not 1, not 2, but 3 steel magazines. It features front and rear slide serrations, a pick rail, and surprisingly decent grip texture. The trigger has a unique double strike capability. If you get a light primer hit, you can pull the trigger again without cycling the slide. That's rare on striker-fired pistols and awesome for dry-fire training. Sights are Glock compatible, which means upgrade options are endless. And for a gun this cheap, Taurus actually put some effort into fit and finish. The trigger is serviceable, the reset is short, and recoil is totally manageable. But, and this is key, test yours thoroughly before trusting it with your life. The G3C isn't perfect. It's not trying to be. It's trying to be the best damn gun under $250. And depending on your luck, it might just be that. Sliding into number 8 is an old-school legend that still throws hands in 2025, the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Isn't that thing a little dated? Yeah, maybe. But sometimes dated just means proven, and this thing is proven. Before the double-stack Micro 9 craze took over, the Shield was the standard. A 3.1-inch barrel, 7+1 or 8+1 capacity depending on the mag, ultra-slim frame, and built with the same rock-solid engineering S&W put into their full-size duty guns. This thing was born for concealed carry. And while it might not be dripping in the latest modular buzzwords, it flat-out works. That's why it's sold by the truckload for over a decade. I've personally run thousands of rounds through mine. Cheap ammo, good ammo, hollow points. It eats it all. It's never jammed, never failed, never made me question it. And that's saying something in the budget world. You can grab a shield for under 300 all day, and what you get is stone-cold reliability. Like throw it in a glove box and forget about it kind of trust. Accuracy? Better than expected. Trigger? It's gotten smoother over time. Controls are simple, no fluff, no frills, and since it's a Smith & Wesson, you get awesome customer service and a massive aftermarket for holsters, sights, mags, whatever you need. This ain't the gun for flexing at the range. It's not tactical Instagram bait. But if you want something small, thin, and stupid reliable for everyday carry, the M&P Shield still slaps. And for the price, it's almost criminal not to own one. All right, in at number 7 is the Ruger Security 380. Now, before you roll your eyes at the 380 part, hear me out. I went into testing this thing with low expectations and walked away honestly impressed. The Security 380 comes in at just 19 ounces, which is lighter than most compact 9mm, and it's packing a 3.5-inch barrel. It ships with 2 magazines, a 10-rounder for easy carry and a 15-rounder for when you want to max out. And yeah, 15 plus 1 of 380 and something smaller than a Glock 26? That's nothing to sneeze at. You get a fiber optic front sight, blackout rear, aggressive front and rear slide serrations, a built-in accessory rail, decent grip texture, and even a manual thumb safety if that's your thing. It's loaded with features that you usually only see on pistols well north of $400. So is 380 the perfect caliber? Number. But it's way more capable than most give it credit for, especially with modern defensive loads. And where it shines is shootability. Low recoil, fast follow-ups, and easy control, even for new shooters or those with hand strength issues. What sealed the deal for me was how this gun ran. During testing, it ate everything I fed it. Cheap range ammo, hollow points, you name it, and came back for seconds. No malfunctions, no hiccups, just consistent performance. The Ruger Security 380 isn't flashy, and it won't replace your battle pistol, but for under 300, it punches above its weight. A perfect fit for new shooters, EDC carriers who hate recoil, or anyone who just wants a reliable banger on a budget. Number 6 is a little tactical pocket rocket that hit the scene in 2023 and hasn't looked back. The Canik MC9. This gun honestly feels like Canik cheated the system. You get red dot readiness, ambi controls, good sights, excellent ergos, and one of the best striker-fired triggers in its class, and it somehow slides under the 350 mark. That's just rude. Let's look at what you're getting. The MC9 is a micro-compact 9mm with a 3.1-inch barrel and a 12+1 capacity in a gun that feels like it was molded for concealed carry. It weighs in at 21 ounces and handles like a much larger pistol. It's also optics ready, with a crisp trigger pull and a short reset that makes fast, accurate shooting stupidly easy. The gun ships with 2 mags, backstraps, and, get this, a holster. Who gives you a holster anymore? Canik does. They're just out here giving away the farm. During testing, the MC9 was a joy to shoot. Soft recoil, snappy reset, accurate at distance, and super flat under rapid fire. I even tagged steel at 100 yards with it. It's not just a good gun for the price. It's just a good gun, period. The MC9 is compact enough for EDC, but it doesn't feel compromised. You don't get the stubby grip, awful trigger, or sluggish slide you find on a lot of budget micros. It feels premium without the premium tag. If you told me this was a $600 pistol, I'd believe it. That you can grab one for $325 or less? That's just straight up unfair to everything else in its weight class. This thing is meta, literally and figuratively. Number 5 is one of the most underrated full-size pistols on the market, the IWI Masada. If you know anything about IWI, you know they don't mess around. This is the same company that builds rifles for militaries around the world. So, when they built a polymer-framed 9mm handgun for the civilian market, you better believe it's built to fight. The Masada has a 4-inch barrel, comes with 2 17-round mags, and it's fully optics-ready out of the box. No extra slide cutting, no sending it to some guy in a basement with a Dremel. Just slap your red dot on and go. The ergonomics are clean, the grip texture is smart, not too aggressive but sticky enough, and the undercut trigger guard lets you get real deep into the gun. The trigger is crisp with a short reset, and best of all, the Masada uses a modular fire control unit like the SIG P320. That means in restrictive states, you can legally swap grip frames and customize your setup however you want. For under $350, you're getting optics-ready capability, full-size firepower, and rugged dependability straight from a military-tier manufacturer. What's not to love? The Masada isn't loud, flashy, or overhyped, but it's one of the smartest buys in this whole list. And if you're looking for a gun that can flex from range to carry to nightstand without breaking a sweat, this one's a sleeper pick that absolutely deserves your attention. Coming in at number 4 is the gun that kicked off the Gen 3 Glock clone flood, the Palmetto State Armory Dagger. This pistol didn't just enter the scene quietly, it kicked the door in, and for good reason. PSA took the Glock 19 blueprint, added some upgrades, shaved a few $100 off the price, and boom, the Dagger was born. The base model runs a 4-inch barrel, has a 15+1 capacity, and fits in Glock 19 holsters like a glove. It's striker-fired, polymer-framed, and feels shockingly refined for something you can snag for around $300, or even closer to $250 on a good day. And it's not just a one-trick pony. PSA offers a buffet of variants: threaded barrels, optics-ready slides, different colors, upgraded internals. You can dress this thing up however you want. What really makes the Dagger shine is the compatibility. It takes Glock magazines, Glock sights, Glock holsters. That means you get immediate access to one of the biggest accessory ecosystems on Earth without paying Glock prices. And since PSA sells direct to you without the distributor markup, you get a whole lot of gun for not a lot of money. I've put the Dagger through its paces, and it ran without a hiccup. It's not quite as polished as a real Glock, but it's close, real close, and in some ways better. The grip texture is more aggressive, the ergonomics are slightly improved, and the trigger is serviceable out of the box. If you've ever wanted a Glock 19 but didn't want to pay Glock 19 money, the PSA Dagger is your dream come true. Budget-friendly, fully functional, and just plain cool. It's not just a clone, it's a damn contender. Alright, I'm going to cheat a little with number 3. I know the list is technically about new pistols under $350, but if you're willing to dip into the used market, you unlock a whole new tier of quality. Specifically, used Glock 19s and Smith & Wesson M and P 1.0s or 2.0s. These aren't junky pawn shop rejects. I'm talking police trade-ins, lightly used range guns, or even those neglected safe queens someone's offloading to fund their next impulse buy. And if you keep your eyes open, you can score an absolute workhorse for under $350 that will run for decades. Let's talk Glock first. The Glock 19 is a legend. 15+1 rounds, dead simple controls, stone-cold reliability, and parts support out the wazoo. Mags are everywhere, holsters are everywhere, and if you ever break it, good luck. Every single part is replaceable in 10 minutes with a YouTube video and a punch tool. Now the M&P, just as good. The M&P 1.0 is one of the most criminally underrated striker-fired pistols out there. Great ergos, solid trigger, especially on the 2.0, and that same Glock-level reliability. And if you snag the 2.0 compact, it's basically a Glock 19 with better grip texture. Both of these guns have served law enforcement and military for years. You think they trust their lives to junk? Hell no. These guns are proven in every condition imaginable, from freezing cold to hot, sandy nightmare scenarios. Used doesn't mean busted, it means broken in. And in many cases, it means you're getting a $500 to $600 gun for half price. Clean it, shoot it, trust it. So, if you find a Glock or M&P for under $350 and don't buy it, that's on you. It's not just a great budget pick, it's a power move. Now for something a little different, the Taurus TX22, specifically the 5-inch model. And let me tell you, this is hands down one of the most fun pistols I've ever put rounds through. This thing makes 22 LR feel like a superpower. No recoil, 16-round mags, red dot ready, suppressor ready, and under 300? It's a rimfire riot. Let's run the specs. The TX22 is lightweight but full-sized, with a 5-inch threaded barrel that begs for a can. It ships with 3 16-round mags, which is insane because most 22s give you a single 10-rounder and expect you to be happy with it. And the best part? This thing runs. 22 pistols are notorious for being picky, But our TX22 gobbled up everything from cheap bulk packs to CCI mini-mags. No failures, no nonsense. It also comes with an optics-ready slide if you want to slap a red dot on there, and it has adjustable sights if you don't. The grip angle feels natural, the controls are intuitive, and the trigger is better than it has any right to be at this price. Now sure, it's not your ideal self-defense gun. I wouldn't reach for a 22 if I heard a bump in the night. But for training, plinking, or even competition shooting, this gun delivers way above its weight class. It's accurate as hell, fun to shoot, and stupid cheap to feed. Topping the list at number 1 is a gun that honestly blew me away with how much value it packs for the price, the CZ P10S, and by extension the whole P10 series. Now, full disclosure, I'm a CZ fanboy. But trust me, this isn't hype. This thing earns its top spot. The P10S is CZ's compact carry model, polymer frame, striker-fired, and chambered in 9mm. It's rocking a 3.5-inch barrel, comes standard with two 12-round mags, and weighs in at 24 ounces. It's got front and rear slide serrations, a crisp trigger with a short reset, ambi controls, and a super low-bore axis that makes this gun shoot flatter than it has any right to. The ergonomics? Unreal. Pick one up and it practically melts into your hand. The grip angle, the texture, the undercut, all of it screams control and confidence. You can shoot fast, shoot accurately, and stay on target without wrestling the gun between shots. It's one of the few compact pistols that doesn't feel compromised for its size. Now here's the kicker. You can sometimes find the full-size P10C or even the P10F under $350 as well, if you hunt around. But the P10S is the most consistently affordable and best suited for carry while still being big enough to fight with. This thing is a shooter. It's accurate, reliable, and ridiculously fast. I've run mine hard, thousands of rounds, and it just eats. No malfunctions, no complaints. CZ doesn't mess around, and the P10 line might be the best-kept secret in the striker-fired world. For the money, it's unbeatable. Hands down. If you're looking for a carry gun, a home defense gun, or just a damn good pistol to trust your life to, the P10S is that gun. So, there you have it. 10 pistols under $350 that prove you don't need deep pockets to pack serious heat. Whether you're after a discreet carry piece, a range warrior, or just a reliable beater that'll always go bang, this list has something for you. The key is knowing what to look for. And now you do. Which one's your favorite? Drop it in the comments. Like, subscribe, and share this with a friend shopping for their first or next budget-friendly banger. Stay sharp, stay safe. Until next time, lock and load.